So I have got the PPT presentation for you. This section 1013A just now we have discussed. I have given you one illustration also. Everything will be given in the question. You have to just take, you have to just calculate the amount for exemptions under section 1013A, for which you will take 50% of salary. Okay, if the house is situated in any of the metropolitan cities, Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, and Madras, 40% for other cities. So we have seen in our example that Mr. X was residing in Delhi. That's why we have considered 50% of it. HRA actually received from employer, and excess rent paid over and above 10% of salary. Whichever is remaining, least will be exempted, remaining will be taxable. Entertainment allowance, we have seen earlier also. Okay, but today, again, I am repeating, it is there under section 10(16)(2) as a deduction. If the employee is non-government employee, which we have seen in all the questions till today, then nothing is deductible. But if the employee will be government employee, which we are going to face in the coming questions, then in that case, you have to consider 5,000, 20% of basic salary, or actual entertainment allowance received during previous year. Whichever is least amongst this, whichever is low, will be exempt, will be deducted, remaining will be taxable. So I hope you have written this in your notebook or assignment book.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us go to next. Special allowance we have discussed several times. Okay. In this special allowance, the very important aspect is children's education allowance, 100 rupees. Hostel, that is also there in the recent PDF which I have sent it, which is created by ICAI, CA Institute. There also there is no changes. 100 rupees, 300 rupees, and 800 rupees is very important. Okay. Perquisites, I told you, the very important thing which you should keep in mind is regarding reimbursement of medical expenditure. The table is there. And now this is permanent benefit. Please take one by one. First one, we are talking about section 10, subsection 10. Okay? Section 10, subsection 10. Which talks about gratuity. How the gratuity goes? The gratuity is divided into three categories. I hope now it is visible to you all. First is government employee. If you are a government employee, then everything is exempted. Nothing is taxable. Okay? If you are not a government employee, but you are covered under POGA, Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, then least of the following will be exempted. What is those? Figure first, 15 days of last 10 months average salary. 15 days मतलब ये जो 15/26 days होगा, 15/26 days होगा, जो अभी मैंने आपको लिखाया था.
सर आपकी वॉइस आ ही नहीं रही है, बहुत स्लो आ रही है, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है सर.
सचिन, ऐसा है क्या?
मेरा नेटवर्क सर नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, नेटवर्क प्रॉपर है.
अरे रुक ना बाबा. सचिन, आर यू नॉट एबल टू हियर माय वॉइस?
सर आ रही है.
तो फिर
सर समझ में नहीं आ रही है.
सर एक्चुअली क्या है कि आपकी आवाज स्लो आती है, सुनाई देता है।
सर कभी कभी नहीं सुनाई देता क्वेश्चन सर।
क्वेश्चन
तो
मैंने
वही
पूछा
नहीं
ही नहीं।
सुनाई दे रहा, वही तो बोल रहा हूँ मैं
क्वेश्चन
भी।
क्वेश्चन पूछा ही नहीं मैंने। See, अभी मैंने आपको यही चीज टेक्स्ट, एक्चुअली ये सारी चीजें आपको पढ़ के आनी चाहिए थी। सिंस लॉन्ग आई एम टेलिंग यू दिस पार्ट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। आपने पढ़ाई नहीं करी अभी तक। ओके, अब जितने भी क्वेश्चंस बेस्ड है उसमें ये सारे एडजस्टमेंट आने वाले हैं। उसके लिए इसका बेसिक्स अगर नहीं आएगा, आप एक भी क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट नहीं कर पाओगे। तो अभी मैंने देखा, when I have started teaching you through textbook, you were unable to understand. मैंने ब्रेक लिया, I have got my PPT, मैं वही चीज PPT से समझा रहा हूँ। मेरा वॉइस इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, इसमें जो लिखी हुई चीजें वो दिखाई दे रही है आपको या नहीं। Kindly take down these things. अभी ये सारी चीजों को हेल्प लेके हम लोग क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे। लाइक हाउ द सचिन हैज मेक अ टेबल फॉर योर मेडिकल बेनिफिट, वैसे ये टेबल बहुत जरूरी है। इसको रेफर करेंगे तो ही क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर पाएंगे, नहीं तो क्वेश्चन नहीं आएगा अपने से। तो इफ यू आर कवर्ड अंडर पोगा, देन these three, these तीनों में से whichever is less will be exempted. Please try to understand. When I am referring section 10, it will give exemption. When I am referring section 16, it will give deduction. So 10, as you know from scope of total income, we are referring this section. So section 10 is always exempted income, which covers so many subsections. Section 10(1) to section 10(35). मैंने बार बार बोला, I am able to remember, recollect, reproduce. आपसे नहीं होता है, why? आपने प्रैक्टिस ही नहीं करा। 10(1) is agriculture, 10(2) is HUF, 10(2A) is partnership, 10(3) is abolished now, 10(4) Indian diploma, 10(5) if you are going for your leave travel assistance allowances, 10(6) Indian diplomat working abroad, 10(7) foreign diplomat working in India, 10(8) Indian technical services provided abroad, 10(9) foreign technical services received in India, 10(10) gratuity, 10(10)A pension, 10(10)AA leave encashment salary, 10B retirement compensation, 10C retirement benefit, 10D your maturity of LIC, 10(11) RPF, 10(12) PPF, 10(13)A HRA, 10(14) special allowance, 10(15) interest or any postal benefit, or that bank if you are investing, that is exempted, 10(16) scholarship, ये सारी चीजें दे रखी है। 10(17)A award, 10(17) MP MLA salary, 10(32) minor income, 10(33) UTI income, 10(34) dividend income, 10(35) mutual fund income। इतना तो याद रखना है। कितनी बार ये चीज मैंने बोला है। अभी ये जो सेक्शन 10(10) है, 10(10)A है, 10(10)AA है, ये सारे सैलरीज रिलेटेड सेक्शन है, and that's why we are discussing here in detail. So those who are getting the gratuity after retirement, 10(10) is applicable. If you are withdrawing gratuity during your service, it is fully taxable. अभी उसमें क्या है, सब डिवाइडेड है 3 कैटेगरी में। फर्स्ट, whether you are government employee, it is exempted. If you are non-government employee, again 2 categories are there. Are you there in Payment of Gratuity Act or you are not there in Payment of Gratuity Act? If you are there in Payment of Gratuity Act, we will take list of 3. What? 15 days salary of last 10 months average salary before retirement. Exactly 10 महीने का salary का average लेते हैं. We will take it up the question. Don't worry. Length of service fraction should be considered. Fraction should be considered means what? Suppose you retired after 28 year 9 months. So I'm going to consider 29 years. But if you have retired after 28 year 3 months, I'm going to consider 28 year old. Or 20 lakhs and actual gratuity received, whichever is low will be exempted, remaining will be taxable. Similarly, here we are going to take list of the following. If you are not covered under Payment of Gratuity Act, half of the salary into 10 months average salary. Here length of the services fraction should be ignored. If it is 28 year 9 months, then also 28 year, 28 year 3 months, then also 28 year. 20 lakhs and actual gratuity received, whichever is low, will be exempted, remaining will be taxable. This is gratuity. Okay? It should be there as it is in your notebook. Pension. Okay, after retirement, you know, there are pensions. There are 2 kinds of pension. One is uncommuted pension. Uncommuted pension means every month the pension what we are getting. Please write down in your notebook. And next one is commuted pension. Okay, uncommuted means regular pension, which I am getting after retirement. If it is uncommuted pension, it will be taxable, whether you are government employee or non-government employee. It will be taxable as salary. It will be taxable as salary. Why? Because all element of salary is there. It is consistency of income you are getting from your employer, so it will be taxable. But if it is commuted pension, then it is divided into 2 categories. Are you a government employee? If yes, entirely exempted.
No.
I mean, no, entirely exempted. Pura ka pura exemption hai. If you are
Sir,
not a
uncommitted means
uncommuted means
uncommitted.
regular pension after retirement, every month what we are getting. It will be taxable as salary. It will be taxable as salary. Commuted means lump sum amount after retirement. That is subdivided into 2 categories, whether we are government employee or non-government employee. If you are government employee, exempted. If non-government employee, again it is divided into 2 categories. If you have received the gratuity, 1/3 will be exempted, remaining will be taxable. If you have not received the gratuity, half will be exempted, remaining will be taxable. Clear hai? Is this clear? Kindly take down or keep the screenshot and you should write in your notebook. Very important thing I am discussing. अगर ये नहीं आएगा, आने वाले कोई क्वेश्चन आपको समझ में नहीं आएंगे. Should I proceed to next? Can I proceed to next slide?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Retrenchment benefit, again, which is there under section 1010B, याद रखना है 5 lakh. ये वैल्यू याद रखना है, remaining will be taxable.
सर सेक्शन कैसे बोल
Section लिखा हुआ है ना. If there is a voluntary retirement, which is there under section 1010C, okay, There also you have to remember, recollect the amount 5 lakh. Remaining will be taxable. Okay. PF का already मैंने बताया 12% and 9.5%. Leave salary, which is under section 10 subsection 10AA. Again, leave salary if you are getting during the employment. Leave salary means what? Even though there is a leave, there is vacation, still we are going and we are getting, we are paid for it. Extra payment मिलता है. और suppose आपने वो leave enjoy नहीं किया, you have worked throughout the life, तो एक accumulated amount होता है which you are getting from your employer. So that is known as leave encashment in terms of payment. So if during employment you are getting, it will be fully taxable, irrespective of government or non-government. But if after retirement you are getting or leaving the job, then again government employee, everything exempted. That's why people prefer to be a government employee. इतने सारे benefit मिलते हैं. For non-government employee here, there are 4 options. What? Earn leave on the basis of average salary of 10 months. 10 months average salary, 3 lakhs, and actual leave encashment received. Whichever is low will be exempted under section 10AA. Remaining will be taxable. So gratuity, pension, and leave, very important. ये सब तो आपको पता ही है. 100, 300, ये सब आपके पास. So this is done. The same thing is mentioned here also. ठीक है, ये आपने देखा gross to net कैसे आता है, dearness allowance, city compensatory allowance, leave travel allowance 10(5) में exempt होता है, remaining will be taxable. HRA अभी just आपने पढ़ा. ठीक है, expenses allowance is exempted under section 1014. Okay, ये देखो pension कौन पूछ रहा था, uncommuted और commuted क्या है, आपके टेक्स्ट बुक में लिखा है, कभी पढ़ो तो सही. Uncommuted pension is the monthly pension after retirement, fully taxable for all employees, irrespective of government and non-government. Commuted pension is lump sum pension after retirement. It is exempted under section 10(10)(a). If it is a government employee, fully exempted. याद करो अभी जो पीपीटी में टेबल दिखाया था मैंने. Yes or no? The same thing was there in the PPT or not?
Yes.
Same thing वहाँ लिखा गया था. But to remember and recollect, this is the better way. If you are a non-government employee, you are receiving gratuity, 1/3 will be exempted, remaining will be taxable. If you are not receiving gratuity, half will be exempted, remaining will be taxable. Is this clear now, textbook? Only to make things clear of the textbook, I have referred the PPT, nothing else. और मुझे PPT देखने की कोई जरूरत ही नहीं. Am I clear to you all? अरे,
So voice नहीं आ रही है.
am I clear to you all? Gratuity. Just now you have seen. It is exempted under section 10(10). Okay. If you are a government employee, fully exempted. If you are non-government employee, then covered under Payment of Gratuity Act 1972, list of the following will be exempted. Actual gratuity received 20 lakhs, 15 upon 26 average salary of 10 months. Here I will consider basic plus DA. For other employee, it is actual salary, actual gratuity, 20 lakhs and half of the average salary. Part thereof matlab fraction to be incorporated. Fraction to be incorporated means, like see, just now only we have seen one example for he has served after 30 years, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. बट यहाँ बोलता 30 years 3 months, फिर क्या करते आप? तो अगर पोगा रहेगा then it will be 30 years. But अगर 30 years 8 months होगा, then you have to consider 31 years. That is the meaning of fraction to be incorporated. And your fraction to be ignored. Whether it is 30 years 3 months, then also 30 years, 30 years 11 months, then also 30 years. Okay, here it is 15 upon 26, here it is half. Keep in mind. Please read it and then come. Then you have seen regarding leave encashment. If you are a government employee, fully exempted. Leave encashment is there under section 1010 AA. 1010 AA. If you are a government employee, fully exempted. If you are a non-government employee, list of the following. What? Actual amount received, 3 lakhs, 10 months average salary. Now here see what you will have to consider. Basic plus DA plus turnover commission. Basic plus DA plus the turnover commission. And encashment of only 30 days per annum. Okay. Next is RPF, 12% of salary. Here you have to again take basic plus DA plus turnover commission. Interest 9.5%. Standard deduction 50,000. Entertainment allowance, I told you, for government employees only. Non-government employees will not be eligible. नहीं आपको सिखाया था मैंने entertainment allowance. Non-government employees, nothing is deductible. So previously, whatever the questions we did, we have not given any deduction. Why? Because they were not a government employee. But now we will be getting government employees questions. So then we have to take list of the following. As we did just now for HRA. 5,000, 20% of basic and actual amount of entertainment allowance. Whichever is low will be allowable under section 16(2) as a deduction. Remaining will be taxable. Okay. Will give you net taxable salary. So learning these things is not, of course, these are the gist of entire theoretical part, but for detail, if you want, you can refer this theory. Like for 16(2), entire deduction, entire description is mentioned here. ये पढ़ने का. ये समझ में आ गया तो even though you refer this, you'll be in a position to understand. उसी का gist मैंने यहाँ लिख के दिया. Not a description. Not a description about that. Similarly, others also. अभी जो मैंने बोला था रिटायरमेंट बेनिफिट 5 लाख, रिट्रेंचमेंट कंपनसेशन 5 लाख, ओके, लीव एनकैशमेंट लिखा हुआ है और डिस्क्रिप्शन उसे तो जो 4 लिमिट दिया उसके बारे में पूरा चीज दिया हुआ है, सब कुछ If you want to learn through theory in depth, you refer those theories. If you don't want to read those theories, you only just want to refer this table which is given here or in the textbook, the format, your choice. But you should be able to remember, recollect, and reproduce during exam. That's it. Okay. Any doubt? And once again, let me admit, this is only the little complication. ये भी complication नहीं है. It will be a part and parcel. Okay. Otherwise, nothing is there in taxation, which people cannot remember, recollect, and reproduce. Rest all is very simple. इसी में थोड़े थोड़े limits आपको याद रखने हैं. And once you practice those questions, it will be easy for you to remember, recollect, and reproduce. Say, for example, if you'll ask me about gratuity, which is there under section 10.10, I can able to remember, recollect, and reproduce. Government employee, nothing. Non-government employee, होगा. Actual 20 lakh, 15 upon 26 into 10 months average salary, fraction to be considered. Other than that, actual 20 lakhs or half months of the half into average salary of 10 months, fraction to be known.
सर टैक्सेबल एनुअल एक्रीजन इन आरपीएफ मतलब
वही रिकॉग्नाइज्ड प्रोविडेंट फंड, रिकॉग्नाइज्ड प्रोविडेंट फंड क्या लिखा है ना मैंने, आरपीएफ. बाकी तो सब exempted ही है. So in RPF, employer cannot contribute more than 12%. If they are contributing, it will be taxable. We did one question based on this concept. Please verify. And interest which is credited in RPF should not exceed more than 9.5%. Otherwise, it will be
perquisite. Perquisite.
It's a part of perquisite. It's a part of perquisite. It's not covered under allowances or even in the theory when it has been explained, it is explained under perquisite only. पढ़ो याद दिया हुआ. These all are perquisite. Everything is mentioned in the book. So either you read entirely or at least this format, which is the gist of entire chapter. इसका भी अगर you people will do, I hope you will not face problems for coming questions. Because all the coming questions will have these benefits, these adjustments. सारी चीजें आएंगी. Keep in mind and keep yourself ready. See you tomorrow morning. Okay? And whatever the things I have explained through PPT, that's also very important. Choice is yours. Notebook mein at least you have to write like this.
Yes, sir. I have written already.
Thank you very much. Sachin, tomorrow after the session will meet for 10 minutes. Another student. So tomorrow after 8:40.